So let's get some cartoons and vodka and do them all night long. Are you ready for some fun? Drink 'em down, drink 'em down, drink 'em down. Drink 'em down, drink 'em down, drink 'em down. Oh.
I've been doing the show for a while, and though I don't, regret any of my previous reviews, some of them I would do differently now. The point of my show has definitely drifted away from jokes and more towards literary analysis. And as such, I don't think I've ever really given Go Nagai a fair shot. That's not to say my reviews would be much different now. I stand by Cutie Honey being poorly structured with way too much terrible humor, and the particular Violence Jack story I covered is bizarre even for a Jack story and just doesn't have the punch those stories are known for. While I may have given Nagai his due as one of the bedrocks of manga and anime, I've never really had anything nice to say about his original work. Well, let's change that today by looking at Iron Virgin Jun. So we open on Unami Kurata starting his day as a butler at the Asuka family manor. His duty will be to serve and assist the young mistress, Jun, who is currently chained to her bed. There's no easing into this one, folks. We're just going. Jun's family is prepping to marry her off and consolidate even more power and wealth. Her spineless father isn't really happy with this, especially considering her fiancé looks like he only ever orders his steaks raw and bloody. I won't be counting the rape faces in this one, we'd be here all day. Meanwhile, Unami is feeding Jun, who is just really having none of this. Unami ain't down for this setup either, but he just got hired and needs the money. They chit-chat a bit about his family fishing business, he feeds her and plays some tunes. It's all very romantic until she needs to go to the bathroom, which does not involve getting her down from the bondage bed, but instead Unami wheels in a toilet. This is a good manga, I swear! The point of this is to establish that Jun is completely unaware of social niceties because of her sheltered upbringing, but there has got to be a less icky way to do that. While Unami takes out the pot, Meatface comes in to rape Jun, because apparently that is how you teach a woman respect in his diseased mind. Unami tries to stop him and gets clocked for his troubles, at which point Jun she-hulks out, and then slams the guy with a backbreaker cause Jun kicks ass. So yeah, if you're into muscle girls, Iron Virgin Jun is probably gonna be your thing, especially with her loose affiliation with her clothes. Fuckboy called off the wedding after getting beat up by a girl, and now Jun's mother is coming back to make sure the next suitor does not get pancaked. Jun's mother is disgusting. I don't know why Go Nagai keeps doing this, it's not funny, and it's not pleasant to look at. So the negotiations between mother and daughter go south, and Jun prepares to run away with Unami. The two have a tit-pulling punch-up that ends with a musical reference for reasons. But then Jun's beloved manly aunt shows up, and it's all happy fun time with the family again. So did we just forget about the escape plan? Okay, stasis reestablished. Jun and her aunt are hanging out in the family's swimming acropolis. Naked, of course, laughing at Unami's hilarious commoner modesty. But their romantic moment is interrupted when Auntie decides to spread her legs. Wasn't expecting to use that clip again. Nah, but seriously, this isn't sexy in the least. It's actually hilarious, especially since her head seems to be pasted to her body. Her pelvic thrusting at Unami finally pisses Jun off, and she kicks her aunt into the water. And that was exactly the reaction Auntie was looking for. Clearly Jun is waking up to being attracted to men, so the next step is clear. Talk about how fucking sexy the Amazon is with illustrations of her about to fuck a cat. You know what? I'm done recapping this plot. There's just too much weirdness, and I'd much rather talk about the themes of parental control and freedom. 'Cause that's clearly what this manga is about. Jun's mother entirely discounts her daughter's agency as a human and sees her only as a way of increasing the family's wealth. She's literally held hostage when we meet her, and the family's older butler doesn't treat this as odd at all.
And credit where it's due, this is fertile story ground. It's also unusual for the story to be so woman-centric. Normally in these types of tales, it's the power-hungry fathers who try to control their children, while the mothers either fail to help or do nothing. Here, Jun's father is browbeaten, though he does take action on occasion, going so far as to shoot his wife in the ass with an arrow. Throw into the mix the muscle girls literally wrestling for dominance in the family, and hell yeah, this sounds poignant and fun.
And it's not like it's not doing this.
Jun's favorite aunt is set up as the free spirit traveling family member that Jun wishes she could be. But during the tribal sacrifice threesome,
Don't ask.
Auntie reveals that the only reason she can live her carefree traveling lifestyle is because her ugly sister stays home making the money. She isn't free, she just lives on a long leash. I appreciate this manga bringing up the fact that your quixotic aunt can only be so wacky and fun because she has money. Movies and TV often leave that fact out. Jun's dad saves her from being raped by her aunt's fuck toys while dressed as some obscure comic character from his childhood. Which leads me to another complaint. Jun doesn't actually fight that much in this story. For as much focus is put towards her physique and combat skills, she doesn't do a lot of fighting. After the tit-pulling smackdown with her mom, she tosses people a couple of times, but that's basically it. Last time she gets into a fight, she gets sucker punched by Akira from Devilman. Wait, what?
Akira from Devilman is hired by Ryo to kidnap Iron Virgin Jun. I did not sign up for the Go Nagai Expanded Universe experience. Worst Disneyland ride ever.
Yeah, apparently Ryo is distantly related to Jun's family and kidnaps her so he can take control of the family, except his actual plan is to let his senile grandpa rape Jun. Ryo's grandpa once dated Jun's grandma, but she dumped him for a richer guy and he never really got over it. But the rape revenge plan goes awry when grandpa mistakes Jun for her grandma and begs to be taken back, and Jun, bless her heart, doesn't correct him and instead comforts him through the night so the man can die happy. So Ryo gives up on his rape plan and goes back to trying to destroy the world with demons, I think?
There is just so much weirdness in this little plot digression, and it's still tied into the themes, because Jun's empathy is healing the damage caused by her family's selfishness. This is good stuff, it's just buried underneath all this Go Nagai-ness.
The Ryo stuff is related to Jun's grandma's plan to get her hitched by putting out a national "Rape my granddaughter and you can marry her" contest, which is announced after Jun and Unami are given some money and a jeep to go have fun. At this point, the manga is clearly running out of ideas, since the rape contest doesn't seem conducive to getting a rich husband like was originally planned. Now it's about shutting down Jun's freedom. So Jun and Onami end up having to just run away from all of Japan's men who are apparently ready to rape at the drop of a hat. They hide out in a hotel and things get romantic. So I guess it's finally time for Jun to lose her virginity. Also, it's time for Unami to lose his virginity, which Jun likes, but he thinks is terribly uncool. She asks him why, and he doesn't really have an answer for her and admits it's just a social convention. Jun tells him those are silly and he should ignore them.
Go Nagai just gave a thoughtful breakdown of societal double standards. This is like if Michael Bay's next movie had a scene where it said that feminism is good, actually. Or if Zack Snyder made a movie criticizing the male gaze. Oh wait, he did do that. Okay, if the movie wasn't bad as well.
And the scene ends with a symbolic tide of water sweeping them away in passion, which works a lot better than the dream sequences in that Violence Jack manga I reviewed. 'Cause water is a very common metaphor for rebirth, sex, and embarking on journeys, whereas Tiger Tentacle Tongue Dick isn't a metaphor for anything.
And that's Iron Virgin Jun, a short little dose of all things Go Nagai. It's just absolutely chock full of all his usual issues, but it's actually got a coherent narrative with messages and themes that I can parse out, so I do actually recommend it. Go Nagai is like the Hideo Kojima of manga. He's just so singularly unique a creator that you don't want to discount him, even if any recommendation of his work has to come with a bajillion caveats. But yeah, that's Iron Virgin Jun. The year's almost over. Looking forward to Halloween and then the Battle Angel movie. So, you know, content for all that to look forward to. Bye! Control and freedom. Ah, I was holding that in.
I made him sneeze through the camera.